Well, I feel like making a video right now. This video brought to you by Coffee and Comics. They kicked me out. I was too much of a pain. I didn't bother anybody. I probably brought in too much stuff, and my lack of showers probably had an influence, and using the bathroom a lot. They're nice people, though. A couple of women that work there could use a treadmill. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, I did. Come on, get on the treadmill, honey. Your jeans will be less expensive because you won't have to buy such a big pair of jeans anymore. So let's see if that John bastard is on the phone. Why is he a bastard? I don't know. I'll let you figure it out. But hey, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he's not a bastard whatsoever. Maybe it's just me. You know, I have to drink like 3 beers and like have a bottle of gin just to talk to him. Oh, man. I can't. I keyed into my phone wrong. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Have you listened to the last Dave and John video? I'm sure those conversations must bore you to tears. He's so boring as insane people usually are, haha. I have not been getting the internet that well these days. So that's Amber's reason why she hasn't watched my videos lately. Okay. Wonder what the best way to record is. Let's see if we can get the bastard on the phone. If I can find his phone number. It's blocked. Let's see, where the hell is it? Let's see. Where the hell is his number? Maybe he blocked me. Where the hell is he? Oh, there he is. I think that's him. No, that's someone else. Huh. Let's see. 3 minutes to try and find John. Oh, there he is. I was on the wrong tab. Let's see if we can have a good conversation. I like to talk a little. I can't even swear on YouTube. Damn it. Let's see if he answers the phone. Doesn't seem like he will this time.
Hello.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Going great.
So
How
we're.
are you?
So, how am I? I'm doing okay. I'm still alive.
You staying alive?
I'm still alive.
Oh.
So, we're famous. We're famous now.
Yeah, we are. That's because everybody listens to us.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I'm just going to have to kind of go along with it.
well, it only took 4 days for us to reach international fame.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the checks will be coming in from the advertising.
Well, you never know. Is it a good time to talk? It sounds like you're in a busy place.
Well, I'm just relaxing after a meal at Jersey Mike's.
After a meal at where?
Jersey Mike's. It's a submarine shop. We're in New Jersey. It's based after the sandwiches of the Jersey Shore.
Yeah. How many fast food restaurants do you go to a week? You got Jersey Mike's.
They started asking me that. I started going to about 10 a day so that you could tally up the score points.
Well, there's there's these guys on Howard Stern. They started a fast food show.
Hello, you there?
I'm still here. I'm just wondering if we're having a show here. There's so much background noise.
Oh, well, I'll go outside of the shop. Hold on.
I mean, who can have a conversation?
No, I'll go outside of the shop. Hold on.
It's so tedious to hear all that background.
Who are you with?
Well,
I'm outside of the shop now.
all right. That sounds a lot better now.
Yeah.
It's picking up all the noise.
Right.
So I wanted to do a show yesterday, but my phone service died.
Oh.
So I usually take a day off from the phone whenever that happens.
Yeah.
Because I need one day a month where I don't have the phone working at all.
Yeah, that's good for the site.
So I just, instead of YouTube, for one day a month, I just sit there and think about stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but, because I wanted to do a show yesterday,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you would have wanted to talk about the subject, so I thought I'd ask you. We don't have to talk about it now.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time, but if you ever want to spend time talking about the universal knowledge grid,
Yeah, that's no problem.
I mean, now that all this time has gone by,
Yeah.
it might be a subject you might want to talk about. You don't have to do it now.
Yeah.
You can gather.
Yeah, well, whenever you want to do it, it's no problem. It took me 30 years to write, so.
Well, that's one of the questions I was going to ask you is, like, how could something like that take 30 years to write?
Because Elizabeth took, after 15, 20 years of writing, took all of that and threw it away in the. So I had to rewrite everything from 2001 all the way to the present.
All right. Well, see, it's a hot button subject, so.
Not really, no. The great thing about it is that it forced me to go deeper into the grid, and now I know more.
All right. You know what also has a grid is, and it's a knowledge grid too. Yeah, you ever watch the TV show Jeopardy?
Yeah, I have.
It's technically a grid where you have, across the top you have the titles of the knowledge, and then down the screen you have the value of the questions. It's a grid.
Yeah.
And it's a knowledge grid because, as you go deeper down, the levels of the questions get more intense.
Yeah, and complex.
And complex. The $100 top line is a lot easier to solve than the $500 one.
Right.
So, but I'll let you gather your thoughts about the subject if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, they're already formed, Dave.
All right. Now, you haven't written the book for it yet, have you? Like, what are your plans for it.
It's just to use in my material, in my entertainment material. And then one day I'll probably write a book on it. But right now I have all the, like tons and tons of notebooks. But it took me to intuit the.
Okay.
Let's start. EMI. Thank you. EMI, electromagnetic intelligence. That's EMI. And then that's individual. For collective, plural, as in society, it's called EMC, which is electromagnetic consciousness. And each of those has, a series of things in it, which is matter, energy, motion, electricity, emotion, space, time, change, constancy, and knowledge. So those are the categories. Also in the categories, you'll find, the idea of possession and combination. So, things combine and possess each other. They also break apart. There's a certain justice and injustice about that. Some things are lopsided, others are balanced. Okay, but those are the categories, and then it basically comes down to delineating the categories of each of those subjects, like matter, energy, motion, electricity, emotions, space, time, constancy, and change, and knowledge. Now, knowledge is divided into many different classifications through classification system, like in Roget's thesaurus is one example. And then if you want to go deeper, you go from this formula: the general to the specific, to the personal to the particular, to the commonplace and the profound, to the universal. So that's just the teaser.
All right.
And it could be made much more attractive through creative writing, but I wanted to make it clear as to what the universal knowledge grid is all about in a nutshell.
Okay. Well, thanks for that.
All right.
Well, I'm not done with the call.
Oh, I know.
We still got 17 minutes.
Awesome.
Because my phone is all charged up. And I've got a full battery on my camera.
Yeah. As they say in Utah, awesome like a possum.
What do they say in Utah?
Awesome like a possum.
Awesome like a possum. You know what phrase I said to myself today that I haven't used in many years? Lickety split.
Yeah.
Remember?
I've heard of that.
Lickety split.
Lickety split like nobody's business. Yeah.
I haven't thought of that one in a long time.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Remember Double Rainbow ice cream store on Melrose?
Yeah.
They had some pretty good ice cream there.
Yeah. I remember you were talking about girls walking around with, frozen bananas and eating them on the sidewalk, and yeah, it was pretty funny. I did want to mention what happened in our neighborhood when you were like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people down the street that I was friends with, Sean and Sheldon,
Yeah.
we had a beautiful blonde mother, and they had kind of an Italian father that drove like a Jaguar XKE. Anyways, they put some cement down in their backyard, and there were about maybe 15 kids there that day, and you came along, and their mother said, "Hey, John, yeah, look what your brother David did." And then I said, "What?" I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to be embarrassed." And then she showed me the cement with your footprint in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cute. Yeah, she liked you.
Well, that's not the only time I did it. I repeated that performance when I was 16 or 17 and on Arlington Way in Bountiful. Someone had put some new cement on the sidewalk, and I jumped on it 3 times. Then, like about 6 months later, I was walking with Mom, and I told her, "Look what I did." And my footprints are still there to this day.
Wow. Oh, what did she do? Go, "Oh, David."
She was ashamed.
Ashamed, yeah. Really easy.
She also didn't like when I'd go out on Saturday nights and come home with a hickey on my neck, and it would embarrass her when I'd be at church with a hickey on my neck.
Oh, no. Wow, you should have put a golden cravat around your neck
Well,
as a trophy.
we couldn't afford that much cloth, John.
That's funny.
Mom,
Sounds like a Charlie in the Chocolate Factory joke.
yeah, I mean, she could have tied like a sock around my neck.
Yeah,
We didn't even have a scarf.
yeah, a golden cravat.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if she didn't like the hickey, she could have put makeup on it to soften it or done something. She would just try and pull up my collar from this stupid blue shirt. During 7th grade, I only had 2 shirts that I had to wear the whole year.
Oh, no.
And then,
I had situations like that, believe it or not.
and then,
But it is funny that she did have a sense of humor about the fact that one day you came home and you told her, she said something like, "Boy, you sure have a lot of girlfriends, it seems." And then you said, "Well, Mom, I just don't know how I can deprive them of what they need."
yeah, that's something I would say at that time.
Yeah. She thought that was funny.
Well, it does kind of sound like me at that time.
Yeah, and I forget your friend's name, but you like to have a sip of the old sauce with him. What was his name?
Who are you talking about?
The friend that used to go slug beers with.
That I used to slug what?
Beers with.
God, I've had so many friends.
Slug down a few beers with your friend in Bountiful. Yeah, I think he had a trust or something.
Well, 2 of my friends had trucks there.
Well, it wasn't that guy Dale. That guy was hilarious.
You might be talking about Chad.
Yes.
Cause
That's what I recall. I recall the name Chad.
he lived on the other side of 1800.
Yeah.
He was a good kid, very smart kid.
Yeah. It sounds like you were good friends with him.
Well, yeah, I was until I screwed up. Yeah.
So I had one friend in Bountiful, like a guy friend, and his name is Doug Krieger.
Yeah.
He's been my friend ever since. He was not from Bountiful. He was from Arizona.
No.
And his parents moved into Bountiful, and I totally appreciated him as a friend, and we're still friends today. Like He's lived back in North Carolina, and now he lives in St. George, and yeah, a very good person. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, very. It's just great to have like a friend that, like I was going to meet him at our high school reunion in for Bountiful. It was being held in Layton or something, but I got there late, but he had gone. But I'd seen him other times, so it was just as fine. But yeah, I just talked with him the other week. He's doing okay. So, any other things you would like to discuss, sir?
I have a whole slew of things to discuss, John.
Okay. You could start with a random list pick.
What noise am I hearing in the background?
Oh, those are my two friends. They're Ron. Yeah, they're way in the front of the vehicle. I'm being ridden chauffeur style in the back of a Honda CRV.
Well,
And they're not even paying attention. They're talking about girls crossing the street. I'm in my own private studio back here, so we're good.
well, it isn't soundproof.
No, it's not soundproof. They provide the nuance here.
No, it's coming towards us.
And we got a ambulance, no, a fire truck approaching us. But no big deal. We're getting out of the way for that. So as you were saying, a quick pick, if you will, from the list of subjects or topics.
Well, I mean, there's so many. For example, all I have to do is say, like, Uncle Steve, and that creates hours of dialogue. So, he's another person that, if this radio show gets really big and famous with millions of watchers, he'll call me up. I haven't spoken with him in years.
Yeah, well, he's still a very nice, passive type of guy, and
Well, he's a nice guy.
yeah, and one person told me when it comes to hippies, he says hippies don't win wars. But
Yeah. Well, that's a loaded topic right there.
Yeah, I know. But one of his loaded topics in life was being a conscientious objector. So, I mean, if you want to do a radio show about that, I'm sure he'll go into it.
Well, yeah,
He'll say all the people that disagreed with him at the time now come up to him in church or other places and say, Steve, you were right.
of course he's right. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he is.
Probably the smartest guy in our direct family.
Yeah, true.
I can't think of anyone else I know in the family who's smarter than he is.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of fun because, like, I'll go to sleep and I'll dream, and in the dream I'll be talking with him in a coffee house, which is a place that he would like to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And then,
from the tree.
Yeah, there's a million people like
On the ground.
you could mention in the Lovins arena of experience, like in the old Jellicoe neighborhood.
well,
The old Bountiful neighborhood.
I mean, just one word can spark an entire conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it takes is one word. Right.
So we're so famous, we actually got 11 hits on our last video.
That's awesome. Like I went to some of our shows and I listened to parts and clips of them, highlights.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be listening to the whole thing tonight.
I'm just happy that the audio quality is good enough where we can hear each other,
Yeah,
where
that's true.
where both of our voices are coming in through the video.
Yeah. Well, you can talk about World War II or the Ukraine War, or you can talk about Soupy Sales and
Well,
other brothers. But whatever you do, don't talk about the Nielsen's.
why would I do that? I had no connection with them whatsoever.
I know, that's why. It's like they were there, but they.
Well, well, uh, how can I say? I will say they were really nice, and Matt is still like really good friends with the twins.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. See, they don't want to be talked about during this video.
Right.
It's like I can't even mention like a couple of our brothers' names because I know they don't want like attention on my video.
Right.
I'm a private person. I don't want to be in a video. Hey David, can you film us playing Minecraft with my character?
Oh, I get it.
See? So it has to be like on the side.
Yeah, the side.
It can't be direct because certain identities want to be discreet.
Yes. You know, I have an idea for that. We could do the David Lovins radio show as our mainstay mantra, but as our kind of piece de resistance, so to speak, we could have the David Lovins sideshow. Right?
Like the as
Sideshow, like a circus, you know,
yeah.
not the main show.
Okay, like the Howard Stern show also had the wrap up show.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell you before that they had a fast food show on Sirius Radio
I see.
where the guys on Howard Stern they loved fast food, and a couple of them would talk about fast food for a half hour.
Right. Yeah, that's funny stuff. Like Jim Gaffigan is famous for talking about fast food. Right in front.
So I mean, it's a whole thing,
Yeah, it is.
but
Like he says, I don't even know if the meat in the burgers is real.
well, just
See you guys, thank you. John, I'm getting out of the car. I'm out of the car, yeah. You going to the movies? No. I have work to do. You guys, your donuts are here, okay?
Oh, can you have it?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, David, hold on. You guys be good. Oh, thank you. Sure.
like,
Okay, I am out of the Honda CRV.
well,
Thank you, Eric and Ron. Okay, I am out. I'm going into my studio apartment.
well. I mean, next time if you're busy, just have me call you back later.
Yeah, I will, but we were on such a roll, David, that I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, I'm always on a roll. When I call you, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
I wanted to be ready to go too, and I was.
all right. I mean, I could always film another half-hour segment, but I'm trying to move. There's only 30 seconds left in this video.
Okay.
So, I did go to Del Taco last night, and I bought 5 hard-shell tacos and a bean and beef burrito thing for $1. See, so I'm not so. I mean, I can go to a fast food restaurant twice a year, but 3 times